Mr. Shehu, you know that a lot of people have been watching this scenario as it unfolds and are really concerned about the government's intention to really fight corruption to a logical end. Would you say that this latest step by Mr. President to sack Babachir Lawal and Mr. OK, is it enough? Do you think that people will perceive this as corruption getting to the bottom?
Exactly. I think this has settled a very important question among those who oppose us and even among those who support us, because they need arguments to counter attacks from those that are opposed to our own position. They need to be empowered with the facts and knowledge so that they are able to speak for the administration. I think this matter settles squarely. All of those questions about this war against corruption being a partisan one, and that it is those who are distant from the president or in the opposition party and those who are close to the president as being spared. No, I think that this has done it for us.
But even if you say so, don't you think that prosecuting them would have been the total hog of the fight against corruption? Don't you think they should be prosecuted?
Well, but you don't expect a president who is beholden to democratic values to ask judges or prosecutors, take this one to court, don't do this. The president has done his own part. The administrative action has been taken by him. Now, the next stage, at the next level, it is the various agencies of the government that must now carry forth. The investigation agencies in the country, ICPC, EFCC, and others, are already into these matters. They're already investigating those things. So the president is saying, go ahead and continue your own investigation without any hindrance, without any interference. This is the way they have always operated. So in case of their continuing investigations, if they have any matters they come across that are prosecutable, the president would not stop anybody from being prosecuted. Under the constitution of this country, the president cannot stop anybody from being investigated or from being prosecuted.
You know that a lot of people are expecting that report from the panel chaired by the vice president. Why is that report not out up to this time?
Well, I think that we leave that to the discretion of the president. But he has been given the report. He has commenced action on it. I do hope in my own mind that at some point the government will be releasing this report.
Because a lot of people would have expected that that report be released. It's getting to, is it 4 months now? People are expecting that that report should be released because that will give a clearer picture on whether or not Babachir Lawal and Mr. OK are innocent or guilty of the crimes that they are accused of.
Well, I think so far we are quite pleased with the fact that a worrisome matter for many Nigerians has finally been arrested. This country has a decision on this matter in a manner that fits perfectly into our democratic norms. Whether or not the report will be released in full, I still insist that that should be left to the discretion of the president.
Mr. Shehu, it would be good if you can clarify on some of these things. When you started out, especially use the example of the judges, you said the president gave the directives to the security agencies and they moved in to do what to do. Has the president given the directive to the agencies to move in and begin to prosecute Mr. Babachir Lawal and Mr. OK?
Okay, sorry, your sound has gone off, but I think I get your question. The president has given the leeway, has given the clear go-ahead to all of these investigation agencies that have investigations going on to carry on with what they are doing. If they have any reason, they have prosecutable offenses against any one of these two or just any other person, they are perfectly in line with the law to go ahead and prosecute. The president will not stand against the law of the country. He will not shield anyone, from the law of the land.
In your opinion, do you think they deserve to be prosecuted?
I have no opinion on this. I don't deserve to have an opinion on this. I think that The law of the land is very clear. This country is governed by constitution, by law. And if for any reason anybody runs counter to the law or to the constitution of the land, then they must account for that. It's entirely their own matter.
Did they run counter to the constitution or the laws of the land?
That is absolutely right.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so they deserve to be prosecuted. Is the president or are the agencies also getting a copy of that report with which to work, as in to aid their investigations?
I think it follows. It follows naturally, because when you consider what happened in previous cases of investigations, Office of the National Security Advisor, several sets, different sets of the, military are being investigated, and in all cases, the directive is always that you take this report, EFCC, ICPC, police, Ministry of Justice, go ahead, look at it, and do what the law says. I don't think this will be different.